you mentioned Eskridge, the rookie coming in. I know he's been a little bit banged up so far, so I don't know if you've had a chance to really get a look at what he can do and how he's shaping up in this offense. But last year, it really was just those two horses, DK and Tyler. Moore was next with only 47 looks. Assuming Eskridge does get healthy and he fits, do you think that's about the right workload there, around 50 looks? Do you think there's room for more? Is there anybody else stepping up? What are your thoughts on that third receiver situation?
Yeah, we haven't seen him at all. So to be honest, he's been on the PUP list. He's had a toe injury. We really didn't see him in the offseason program either. But there would have been very little to make out of that, the way that was structured this year. So it's really hard to really guess, other than the fact that they took him in the second round. That's the second highest pick they spent on a receiver in the time Pete Carroll's been here. So obviously that comes with some expectations from the organization that, they want it, that they think he can be a big part of things. So, the way the roster is constructed, it's definitely wide open for him to become that third receiver. After him, they have Freddie Swain and Penny Hart, who were essentially the fourth and fifth receivers last year. They like Freddie Swain, and he did some good things last year, but I just think logically, I think it's Eskridge's job to win or lose, assuming he can get out there fairly quickly. Obviously, if he can't get out there, then it's probably going to be Freddie Swain by default, unless they go get a veteran. They were known to have wanted to try to sign D.D. Westbrook, and so it would not stun me at all if they were a team that got involved with veteran receivers who might become available via waivers or whatever as training camp goes along. But at the moment, I really have no idea what Eskridge is going to do, because we have not seen him do anything. So to guess how many catches Eskridge might have, if you want to throw money at that bet, I guess go ahead. But I really don't know exactly what to expect out of him. What I would say is that the sort of the de facto third receiver right now, though, too, is Gerald Everett. He's a guy that they're going to split out a lot, and how they want to do things. They're going to play a lot of two tight ends. They're going to have Gerald Everett and Will Dissly on the field together a lot. As you saw them do last year, when they had another receiving tight end, as they did with Greg Olsen last year, to pair with Dissly, they had Dissly in line a lot more. They really like his blocking ability as well. And that's what helped take away a lot of Dissly's targets last year also. And I think that's how they view this with Everett and Dissly, is that Everett is the tight end who's going to be split out a lot more and get a lot more targets probably. And Dissly's the guy who's going to be in line a little bit more and still get targets, and hopefully get the kind of targets where, he's really in good matchups because he's on the line. And, if you get him matched up against a linebacker or something like that, where he can really take advantage of that. The other guy who's been really good in practice so far is Colby Parkinson, who was tight end they took in the fourth round last year and basically didn't play last year because he suffered a broken foot. And he was active and he got a few snaps here and there, but didn't really do anything. And but this year, they really expect him, and he's another guy I think you could see split out a lot. So it's one of those things where you might have to deviate from what you think of as a third receiver with this team, and the third receivers could easily be the tight end core. And I think they're a group that they're really going to want to get involved a lot more and do some things with this year. So I think that's sort of their hedge, especially if Eskridge is not able to get back real quickly or whatever, that they've got these tight ends that they can get it to. We've seen Parkinson make a lot of big plays so far early on in things, and he's 6'7" and runs pretty well. He's a real noticeable target out there. So he's a guy I would expect if you're looking for a real sleeper on this team to maybe come from out of nowhere and be a guy who catches 4 or 5 touchdowns or something like that. He'd be my guy.
Absolutely. That's an intriguing name for sure. It might take an injury or something for Dissly or Everett to really open up that playing time, but maybe not. Maybe they can get these 3 guys involved. What is up, you fantasy wolf? Thanks so much for tuning in. If you haven't already, share your thoughts in the comments, check out some more videos, and join the newest Wolfpack by subscribing below.